Everyone deals with some form of stress in their life, and it is not always easy to find relief. Family and work obligations, personal goals, financial issues, it can seem never-ending. But here's the good news: there are simple ways to effectively manage your stress levels so that they never get to a point where you find yourself crippled by it. Sure, there's no possible way to avoid stress entirely. But there are ways of learning to identify stress triggers, manage stress levels, and cope with the stress and anxiety you simply can't avoid. In this video, we will list down 5 tips that can help you manage and lessen your stress. But before we jump in, we invite you to be part of the Fifths family by clicking the subscribe button. Also, if you find value in this video, smash that like button. Now that's out of the way, let's jump to our list. Tip number 5, get active. An easy, natural, yet incredibly powerful method of reducing stress is as simple as putting one foot in front of the other. For those of us who spend a good amount of our time sitting behind a desk, getting in some exercise isn't always something we make time for, but it's an important component in resetting your mind and body, which will ultimately help you to minimize stress levels. When you think of committing to a regular exercise routine, you might feel overwhelmed. After all, most of us live extremely busy lives, and it's not always easy to find that extra time to squeeze in a workout. But in truth, all it takes is 15 to 30 minutes a day to see an increase in your overall mood and stress levels. Every time we exercise, our bodies naturally release endorphins. These endorphins are hormones that travel throughout our body, giving us a boost of energy and actively ridding the body of stress and anxiety. To get an idea of just how much exercise can improve your mood by releasing these powerful endorphins, take 10 minutes and either walk or jog lightly in place. Incorporating exercise into your life will also help with your stress levels if you're overweight or suffering from other types of health problems. It's a win-win. Tip number 4, get enough sleep. Another natural way to reduce stress is to make sure that you get enough, but not too much sleep. When we don't rest enough at the end of our day, our body can tense up and it leads to irritability and depression. And when we're irritable or depressed, we're stressed. On the other hand, that doesn't mean you should sleep for an incredibly long time. If you sleep longer than your body actually needs, then you can become sluggish and listless, which can also lead to stress when you're unable to meet deadlines. Oversleeping can make you just as irritable and stressed out as not getting enough sleep. To determine just how much sleep your body needs, it's important to establish a regular sleep schedule, even on your days off. It will force your brain go into shutdown mode at the same time every night, regardless of what you have planned for the next day. Once you make this change and catch up with your sleep, you'll find that you're less stressed, and overall, much happier. To establish a regular sleeping pattern, you'll just need to do a few things each and every day. First, you'll want to avoid any exercise about 2 to 3 hours before your scheduled bedtime. As mentioned earlier in this video, exercise creates endorphins that give us energy. And while that's a good thing, you want to give your body adequate time every night to wind down. You can take it a step further with a warm bath, too. Consider taking one with some essential oils an hour or so before bedtime. Vanilla and lavender are naturally calming scents, plus they complement each other very well. Getting the perfect night's sleep is an easy and natural way to keep stress at bay. Tip number 3, put yourself first. So many of us are afraid to say no when people reach out for help, advice, and support, and by not considering whether saying yes is good for us, it can easily lead to incredibly high stress levels. Are you someone who often takes on more than you can handle? Are you finding yourself emotionally and mentally depleted because you give so much of yourself to others? Are you struggling through toxic relationships that don't add any value or happiness to your life? Then the answer to this is put yourself first. Find time to relax, do the things you love, practice a hobby you always wanted to do. Saying no sometimes doesn't mean being selfish or not being helpful, it simply means you value your mental health and yourself. Tip number 2, listen to music. When you think about reducing your stress levels, you probably also think about peace and quiet. While silence can be calming, there are genres of music that can promote tranquility and inner peace, which result in lower stress levels. When it comes to lowering blood pressure and heart rate, turn to slow-paced instrumental music. For example, classical music with violins or a piano can be very comforting. The soothing sounds will help you feel relaxed and grounded. You can also try listening to culture-specific music such as Celtic music from Ireland. The beautiful sounds will help calm your mind and make you feel at peace. You should also consider Native American and Indian music, which have similar effects to classical. Just close your eyes and listen for 10 to 15 minutes and you'll find almost instantaneous tranquility. If you live near a wooded area that's quiet, go outside, close your eyes for a few minutes, and just listen. Picture in your mind the sounds of birds chirping at each other. If this isn't an option, then simply search for nature music online and see what comes up. There are thousands of videos full of birds chirping, wolves howling, and other nature sounds that'll help you relax in no time. Tip number 1. End procrastination. Let's admit it, most of us stress because of undone things and tasks that has deadlines approaching. Putting tasks off until the last minute can add a tremendous amount of stress to your life, especially if they're important tasks with a specific deadline. And while it's often hard to get things done in a timely manner, it's not impossible with a regular routine. Whatever tasks you need to accomplish, it's important to write them down on a to-do list or use an online project manager to help you stay on track. This can be for your personal or work life, or you can even have separate lists for both. Put the tasks that are most important at the very top of your list, paying close attention to whether they are actually of utmost importance or not, since it's easy for us to prioritize the tasks we actually enjoy doing over the ones that truly move the needle in our personal or business lives, and then make your way down the list. Be sure to include due dates, too, and avoid scheduling tasks back to back, leaving chunks of time in between each one. You can use this time to reset, or to just do something that you enjoy doing. It's important to feed your soul throughout the day, as that's an easy and natural way to relieve stress. For example, if you are responsible for more than one project at your job, prioritize the one with the earliest deadline and put it at the top of your to-do list. Break it down into segments throughout your day, allowing time for coffee breaks and some social interaction. The same goes for household chores, too. If you feel overwhelmed by everything that needs to be cleaned and organized around your home, then create a to-do list or download a household printable that makes it easy for you to keep track of your objectives. This will help you keep track of the progress you've made so you aren't feeling overwhelmed. Then work your way down the list to the very last chore that needs to be done. Remember that when we're stressed, it often affects how we think, and that will reflect in our work. We have come to an end of another video. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, comment down below what helps you reduce your stress. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.